Hello, my name is Bethany Wiggin. I'm the founding director of the program in Environmental Humanities at the University of Pennsylvania, and it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to this panel on radical imaginations beyond the Anthropocene, the first of two panels on this vital topic. I have the welcome task of introducing the 6 presenters of our panel's 5 videos. And before I do that, I want to tell you just a little bit about the origins and organizers of these 2 panels. They have both been organized by Abigail Perez Aguilera and Vera Coleman, members of observatories in the Global Network for Humanities for the Environment, and they work in the Latin American and North American observatories. The videos they have gathered for these panels, including their own presentations in the second panel, address responses to environmental and social emergencies through strategies emerging from the arts, humanities, social sciences, community connections, and subjugated forms of knowledge. The 2 panels jointly consider how radical imaginations can challenge hegemonic perceptions of justice, gender, ethnicity, race, and other dimensions in the context of environmental crises. Panel 1, whose speakers I will introduce in just a moment, foregrounds current projects connected with the North American Observatory, as well as one project at the Penn program in environmental humanities. And together they ask how we might activate radical imaginations to achieve more just and equitable futures and generate a dialogue for change. The work and organizations showcased here are also connected by their collaboration to build bridges. In the words of Joni Adamson, a panel presenter and who made the slide that you see here, Bridges is the first and only humanity-centered sustainability science program within UNESCO, and thus will become the go-to resource within UNESCO for expertise, advice, engagement, and endorsement from the humanities on sustainability science, education, policy, and action. The Penn program in environmental humanities is proud to be among Bridges' founding organizations, and we look forward to offering our My Climate Story program with Bridges in November of this year. You'll hear more about My Climate Story on this panel from My Climate Story team member, Shemina Ogbemi. We're also offering a climate storytelling workshop here at ASLE, and I hope we'll see you in that live session on August 4th at 1:30 Eastern. And you can also check out the new documentary about the project. You can click on it here on this website or find it streaming on YouTube. Let me now introduce our presenters, and I'll take them in the order we suggest you watch their videos. Joni Adamson is President's Professor of Environmental Humanities at Arizona State University and Secretary General of the Humanities for the Environment Global Network of Observatories. For over 20 years, she has been researching and writing about environmental justice as it is represented in literature and film, and teaching courses that allow students to use literary analysis to understand and map how we will reshape global processes and practices and catalyze action for a more just, equitable, and livable future. Shemina Ogbemi is a recent graduate of the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Pennsylvania, where she majored in English and worked as a public research intern at the Penn program in environmental humanities. As a writer, Shemina is interested in the connections between art and activism, particularly the potential of fiction to bring safer worlds into being, starting with the act of imagination. Stephanie Lemenager is the Barbara and Carlisle Moore Distinguished Professor in English and American Literature and Professor of Environmental Studies at the University of Oregon. Her work has been featured in the New York Times, Climate Wire, Science Friday, NPR, and on the CBC, as well as in other public venues. Her publications include the books Living Oil, Petroleum Culture in the American Century, Manifest and Other Destinies, Environmental Criticism for the 21st Century, Teaching Climate Change in the Humanities, and Literature and Environment, Critical and Primary Sources. We have co-presenters for our 4th video, Giovanna DeCiro and Shayla Smith. Giovanna DeCiro is Professor of Environmental Studies at Swarthmore College, my alma mater. So at Swarthmore, where Giovanna teaches courses on environmental justice theory, action research, methods, ecofeminisms, and community sustainability. She's a co-founder and faculty partner with Serenity Solar, a campus community collaborative in North Philadelphia, working to build community and worker-owned solar energy cooperatives to train local youth in solar systems installation and to provide affordable rooftop solar for low-income residents. DeCiro has published widely on the intersections of environmental science, policy, and activism, addressing issues of human rights, food security, and environmental and climate justice. Co-presenter Shayla Smith recently graduated from Swarthmore College with an interdisciplinary degree in environmental studies and a specialization in environmental justice and ecofeminism. Currently a teaching assistant for environmental humanities courses, she has worked for organizations supporting marine conservation, animal rights, and environmental and climate justice. Inspired by environmental justice literatures of all genres, and especially Black ecofeminist and womanist thought, her short story entitled "Them Iguanas Are My Friends" is forthcoming in the environmental literary magazine, The Hopper. And finally, last but not least, Jennifer Garcia Peacock is the James B. Duke Assistant Professor of Environmental Studies at Davidson College in Davidson, North Carolina. Her research examines the ways that Chicanx cultural producers, such as artists and activists, have reshaped the cultural landscape of California's Central Valley during the second half of the 20th century through visual products, including murals, poster art, pilgrimage, altars, gardens, and roadside shrines. We look forward to your comments and discussions below these videos, and perhaps we'll see you in the live session for the Environmental Justice Stream, which we are a part of on Tuesday, August 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching.